Hey Tom Mason family! Today marks our second real-life comparison video between our Tom Mason experts and other general AI apps on the market. Last time we put Solomon to the test and you saw the difference by yourself. Today we are comparing Aphrodite, our health and nutrition expert, against a leading general AI app on the market. Again, it will be the same questions and real-time answers. So let's see exactly who actually will help you to live in a better way. So as last time, I will start also with the other AI app, just asking a simple question. Let's say I have a problem, I have bad nutrition habits, and I want to improve my nutrition on a weekly basis, right? I want a better plan, let's say every week, or how can I improve my habits, let's say. So I will ask saying, I'm having bad nutrition habits. How can I improve my nutrition on a weekly basis? All right, it's a very simple question, and let's see exactly what the answer will be. All right, so we got the answer here. It's saying improving nutrition works best when you make small, repeatable changes week by week instead of trying to eat perfectly. All right, fair enough. A good goal is to build a system you can maintain even on busy or stressful days. Here's a practical weekly framework you can start using immediately. All right, so it already gave you a weekly plan, or let's say a framework, and it's saying you can start using immediately. All right, now it doesn't know what is my bad habits. Okay, so uh, let's say you're working in sales, right? This is what I can speak about. And I have a client coming to me, and the client is telling me I have a problem in your product, for example. All right, how can you help me? I cannot give him an answer without first knowing what is the problem with the product, right? He didn't ask me what is my bad habits. This is the simplest thing that anyone, any expert, should do first of all before it tries to help you, right? So I mentioned specifically that I'm having bad nutrition habits, but as you can see, they didn't ask me what is the bad habits that you have. So let's go on with the answer. It's saying focus on four nutrition basics first: protein at most meals, help energy, fulfillment, and it gives you examples of protein that you can eat. And then it's saying to eat more fiber, right? Fiber improves digestion and keeps you full longer, easy upgrade, and give you some options that you can take to have a better hydration, all right? Again, I believe everyone in the world know that this is what they should do, right? But it's very, very hard to follow a nutrition plan because a lot of people don't even know what they need in their plan. This is why you need an expert. This is why most of the time, if you really want to have, let's say, a perfect body, right, you will have to go to a coach, right? In workout, you have to go to a coach workout. If you want to eat really, really good, you have to go to a nutrition coach, let's say, or nutrition expert. Why? Because they will first try to know what your body needs, what is your bad habits, what is your good habits, and then start working on you from that point. They cannot just give you information without knowing anything about you first. This is exactly the point that I was talking about, from the beginning. Number two, build a weekly routine instead of relying on motivation. All right, and it gives you again examples of food that you can eat, some rice and chicken and so on. Again, like as you can see, it's a long, long list of information that I have to go, through it all. And if I'm a user with a real problem, right, that I'm trying to solve, I'll already be, lost in how many information I see in front of me. A lot of people might feel overwhelmed. This is what I mentioned in our last video, that when you ask a simple question and then you get 2 pages of information, a lot of people will feel overwhelmed, and this is why they just give up on using AI. All right, this is also something that I have seen in my personal life, like with a lot of people that using AI, when they just ask a very simple question and they get too many information that is just filling out the answer with words and information most of the people know, but when it's all in front of you, it can really get you confused. All right. So it's saying here to make like a balance plate methods, right? Again, you can get this answer from any blog on the website, all right? But what it didn't do, it didn't know what is my problem, okay? This is the most important point. This is why it cannot give you a good result, right? It can give you good information. I'm not saying this is wrong or bad information. Of course not. This is real information. This is good information. But if you have a problem, you need a couple of steps first before you can get a result, okay? At the end, it's saying, if you want, I can also help you with a beginner weekly meal plan, nutrition habits for fat loss, nutrition for muscle gain. All right. So it just gave a long list of information that you have to read it all, that you have to go through it. And even if, you know, after reading all of this, it will not still know what is your bad habits, what is your problem, so it can help you to improve. This was my very specific question. I have bad habits and I want to improve. All right. Now let's go to Aphrodite. So I will ask the same question and I will say, I'm having bad nutrition habits. How can I improve on a weekly basis? All right, the same exact question, word for word. Okay, now it's thinking. All right, so we got the answer. Now, after that saying, it's wonderful that you're thinking about improving your nutrition. That is the first and most important step. We can absolutely work on this together, building healthy habits week by week. So it didn't really give any answer yet, all right? This is just the introduction, let's say. Now it's saying, to start, could you tell me a little about what your typical day looks like when it comes to food? For example, how many times you eat how many times a day do you usually eat? And do you often find yourself skipping meals or overeating? So the first step Aphrodite is doing is trying to uncover what is your problem, right? What is those bad habits that you have? Because if you want to improve, you first need to know your problem. All right. So I'm going to answer the question. So could you tell me a little bit more about your typical day, how it looks like? For example, how many times you usually eat? I will say I eat twice in a day. And do you often find yourself skipping meals or overeating? All right. So let's say I find myself overeating at night, for example, right? Okay, now thinking. All right, so it's saying, thank you for sharing that. Eating twice a day and overeating uh, at night is a common pattern for many people, okay? And it often leaves us feeling sluggish and impacts our energy for the next day. It sounds like your body might be trying to catch up on calories it missed earlier, leading to that nighttime overeating, okay? Let's begin by focusing on bringing a bit more balance to your day. How about this for our first simple step for the coming week? Before I come to this part, all right, about the simple step, let's go back to the beginning, all right? So it's saying eating twice a day and overeating at night is a common pattern for many people, and it often leaves us feeling sluggish and impacts our energy for the next day. It sounds like your body might be trying to catch up on calories it missed earlier, leading to that nighttime overeating. So, because in the first answer, the first response, Aphrodite asked me, "What is your day looking like? Do you eat overnight? Do you feeling hungry over the day?" It's trying to ask me questions, and I answered this question, and now it gives me actually this might be your problem that my body needs more calories because I don't eat a lot throughout the whole day, and by the end of the day, I feel very hungry. This is why I overeat at night, and this is the bad habit that I was talking about, right? I didn't mention the bad habit. I just said I have a bad habit and I want to improve. By asking me two simple questions, Now Aphrodite knows that my bad habit is overeating at night because my body needs calories, and now she will try to improve this bad habit for me. Okay, so let's continue. It's saying, how about this for our first simple step for the coming week? Try to add a light and healthy lunch to your routine. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, perhaps a small salad with some protein or a piece of fruit and a handful of nuts. What do you think? Could you try to fit in a small lunch each day this week? Okay. Now, of course, I can answer by saying, okay, I like it. And then she will ask me more questions, to make a plan for me. All right. This is a, a very short two answers compared to the other AI app, right? Very, very short answers. But from those very short answers, the AI or Aphrodite knew my bad habit, knew my problem, and she's trying to work on this problem, right, by adding more meals in a day and so on. Okay? So sometimes all you need is expert advice tailored on your problem, tailored on your situation, so you can actually get real help. All right. So if you go to a library and you try to find information, it's going to be a long time and a very, very a tiring experience that you can look at every book. But if you go to, let's say, a teacher or a doctor of a subject, you can just ask a question because he has experience in that field. He will try to uncover exactly what is your question and gives you an answer, a very direct answer that can give you result. This is exactly what our expert, Tom Mason experts, is very strong in bringing real results in the smartest way and also in the shortest way, because let's be honest, like, we have AI in our life because we want to live better and we want to live easier and faster as well. All right, these are all aspects of why we have AI in our life right now. Okay, so this was our second comparison video of Aphrodite. The next time we will also compare one of our experts, which will be Morpheus. So stay tuned, we have a long week ahead.